Welcome back to the world of Market Watch. Before we jump into the video, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, let me know in the comments down below, why does everybody think this is financial advice? Remember, this is not financial advice. Let's jump into it. Call to the Grave has been getting a lot of hype, pretty much from just Malice. I think Gravy Bone players all have theirs. I think everybody who's looking forward to Malice is picking it up. It's pretty much a $20 card for the non-foils, regardless if you're getting it from Rosetta or the Gravy Bone stack. Rainbow foils over to 22, 23. Once these go, they're pretty much at 30, 36, going completely crazy. Folks, there's a possibility maybe this will be a one-off in the Malice deck. I don't know. I do not have insider source. My uncle does not work at LSS. So make your own choices if you're going to pick this up. Gravy Armory deck, like I said, pretty much, wow, it's actually low-key higher, 20, 25. So if you're going to pick it up, probably get the Rosetta versions. The Compendium Antiquity versions are 25 for quite a while, then we jump to 28. Of course, the extended art, beautiful piece of artwork. 320, 350, 500. So it's kind of crazy out here with Call to the Grave. Graven Walkers, folks, Huntsman is a pretty good counter to Marionette. Marionette can still just roll them over sometimes, but Huntsman can do pretty good against them. Graven Walkers has been seeing a little more play, sometimes along with the arm piece, sometimes instead of the arm piece. The cold foils are a little under $1 for shipping, or closer to $2 compared to Graven Gloves, which are pretty much $5 for quite a while. Not a bad pickup if you're a Huntsman player. Widowvale Respirator has been seeing play, especially since Spelio has been gaining a lot of popularity. These are pretty much $5 with shipping included, slowly going up to $6. Cold foils about 18, slowly going over to like 23, 24. The rest of the Widowvale equipment is kind of similarly priced for the non-foils, about $4 or $5. Check out the rainbow foils for the chest piece, about 8, 9. The leg piece, 3 to 4, and then rainbow foils, or cold foils I should say, 13, slowly going over to 15. The arm piece, probably the ones that just see the least amount of play, under $1, slowly climbing over to $2. Cold foils, let's see, $10, slowly going to 12, 14. So if you're an assassin player, I think it's just good to have your full set of it. You never know which ones are being played. The headpiece has seen a ton of play. I have seen the arms and the legs see play here and there. Just make sure you have your set of all of them if you're an assassin player. Hunter or Hunted, this was way more expensive than the $3 we're seeing now, $3-4. So if you want to pick up your playset, right now's a good time. Let's look at the rainbow foils. Rainbow foils, about $6, $7, so not bad. I think it's a good time to pick up Hunter or Hunted if you didn't pick yours up. I think I picked mine up, maybe the playset for around 10 or 15, something like that. Right now, definitely not a bad time. Only 12 rainbow foils on the market, so if you are looking for a rainbow foil, it might be a good time to pick it up sooner before later. Not financial advice. The Gem Packed EA variant, I think this only comes in rainbow foil. Pretty much $8, slowly climbing over to 10, very slowly. Folks, this is Gem Pack 4. Probably pick this up sooner than later if you don't have yours. I was fortunate enough to get my playset. Shout out Steve, he just gave me my missing piece, so now I have my full playset. Pretty great card. Definitely think Katsu can just use this, and I think Ira can use this. It'll be interesting if one day Ira LLs and we don't have Edge of Autumn anymore. But this can still combo with cards with Vengeance in their name, so not a bad card. Sense Weakness, pretty good card. I think Betsy was running this. Now this is kind of like an ally hate card, so it gives your next Guardian attack +1 and Dominate, and when it hits a hero, deal damage to all allies they control equal to the damage dealt this way. Now This just being able to give dominate and +1 towards the end of the game can just help you close out. This, along with Tear Asunder, just gives you 6 blues that can just help you finish the game. The fact that it also has an additional effect to deal damage to allies is pretty dope. About $3-4 more or less. Now it does come in an EA variant. Pretty dope card. I mean, I would just make sure I have my non-foil playset if you're a Guardian player. Artwork is pretty dope with Jarl. Any card with Jarl is just dope. Hold the line. I think Betsy was playing this. We're slowly just getting more decks that draw 2. We have Phi, we have Dio. I think Levia might be playing Blood Rush Bellow in the future. Let me know what you guys think if she's going to be playing that. Then we also just have decks like Acilio. Hold the line as a blue, 1 card 5. You know, it blocks 2 and then it prevents the next 3 damage. So that's pretty good, as it can kind of take care of weird damage like flicks or arcane damage. Pretty much for a generic, a little over $3 more or less, slowly going to 4. I think this is a great pickup. If you guys know me, I love generics. I think you should just have your playsets of most generics that can't see play in the metagame. The antiquity version is about $4. Still not a bad pickup. I would definitely just make sure I have my playset. The suspense is killing me. I think it's kind of interesting that we're actually playing lunging press now. Of course, this does have the suspense keyword and does have the suspense counter, so it's better than a lunging press, but it's kind of just a +1. Really interesting, but it's actually low-key really good. Betsy has been playing this. I mean, other Guardians can definitely just play this. If you play this on a CNC, it kind of gives you a ton of value. I'm surprised that the EA cold foil is actually so low. It's like $5, slowly going over to $6. I think this is a pretty good pickup for the Guardian players. I could see this in like maybe 2-3 years being closer to like $10-15. Could be a pretty good Guardian staple, but make your own choices. Maybe this is just going to be a $5 EA forever. To be continued. This is kind of on the same note. Instead of the +1 preventing 1 damage over as long as you can keep this up, Pleiades being the only one that can manipulate this, but in general, preventing 1 damage is low-key really good. If you're preventing something like a flick from Marionette or Syndra, if you're just constantly preventing 1 arcane damage while this is up, that can be pretty good. This is about $5. Then we're jumping over to pretty much 8, 9, and 12. Yeah, I think this one's just better than the suspense is killing me. I can definitely see this going higher and higher. Only 11 in the market, so if you're a Guardian player, might be a good time to pick it up. The non-foil is readily available, pretty much 19 cents, pennies on the dollar. This is from the Pleiades Armory deck, but this is also just in Super Slam. So Tectonic Plating, this for a legendary being $12-13 is kind of crazy to me, especially when Valda is playing it. Folks, if you don't have a Tunic and you're playing Guardians, this is an amazing side piece you can run. I mean, for $12-13, you can probably even get this for like 10 off someone at your locals, at your armory. Pretty good for a legendary piece of equipment. One of the OG legendary pieces of equipment too. History pack variant, $12. Now we're jumping to 15. Don't buy this, y'all. I think this will definitely just go down. I don't know why this is a little more expensive than the OG rainbow foil. Common gesture, this went down a lot compared to the 20 it was at. Pretty much $11, slowly going to 12, but I think most people that wanted this already picked it up. Not bad for 11. Let's check out the cold foil. Whoa. Only 5 on the market. Pretty much $56. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but just get your non-foil. Phantasmaclasm, I think we looked at this last time, it was $10, about $5-6 right now. Pretty good time if you want to pick this up instead of paying $10. Restless Coalescence, it was 20 at its peak. Right now we're looking closer to 14, 15. I think it's going to stay around this price for quite a while. Rainbow foils are at 25, then we got one for 40. Yeah, I think Ziggy's just gonna keep doing better and better. One of the good heroes that we got from Omens. Aurora is kind of good, but I think Ziggy just kind of showed as soon as it came out that it's a viable contender in the meta. So I don't think Restless Coalescence will go down anytime soon. Expect it to be around 15 for the non-foil, 25 for the rainbow. Tough Nut Marvel, shout out to the Tough Nut player, got top 4 at the recent calling. Pretty crazy. The Tough Nut Marvel is about 110, 108, 115. I think it's gonna stay around this price. I don't think it's gonna be a top meta contender, but it did get top 4, so shout out Tough Nut. If you're gonna buy the Marvel, I think he's gonna be here for quite a while. I don't think he'll LL anytime within like 2 years, more or less. So if you get the Marvel, you're gonna get a ton of playtime with him. Gauntlets of Tyrannical Rex. Folks, this is 34 for a legendary. Shout out Nerd Rage Gaming, 6 of them holding it down. Then Star City with 5 of them. Levia, I think, is gonna use this. Tough Nut definitely uses this. Really good legendary. This is kind of there with Grasp of the Arknight. Not only does it block for 3, it can also just help you put your resource into value by giving you that +1. And this is your next attack, so not just brute attacks. You can give a +1 to a CNC, a +1 to pretty much anything you have in your deck. Pretty powerful. For a legendary around the $30 range, I think any brute player should just pick this up. Cold foil, no way. 39, 40? Okay, I mean 40 bucks for the cold foil this is low-key a steal. I mean, folks, just get this. If you play brutes, this is pretty good. Probably get the cold foil, not financial advice, but damn, 40 bucks for the cold foil, it's kind of a good deal. You're probably gonna pay a little more than 40 once, you know, the taxes and all that happens, but yeah, 40 bucks for Gauntlet to Tyrannical Rex cold foil. Make your own choices. I think it's a pretty good pickup. Good Nature Brutality EA, pretty much 10 bucks, slowly going to like 13, 14. Song of Sinew for a super rare. I think this recently jumped up a lot. I don't think it was this high before. I think the Tough Nut hype is here. Pretty much 3 bucks we're shipping, 5 bucks we're shipping for the non-foils. Rainbow foils with 12 on the market. We're looking at some for 4, then we're jumping over 5, then we're slowly just at 7, 12. If you don't have your Song of Sinews, ask around. It's a super rare, so it should be easier to find than Majestics, but of course rarer than the rares. I think it's a pretty good card, not only for Tough Nut. I think other brutes can definitely run this too, so definitely a good pickup for brute players. No hero stands alone. Guys, people are playing Overcrowded to fight against Codex and Leave No Witnesses. No Hero Stands Alone is just a better version of Overcrowded for specifically revered heroes. So just play these and Tough Nut, but as we get more revered heroes in the future, not only does this block out the Leave No Witnesses, but it also clashes, and I think there's actually just a lot of value to clashing. Not only knowing what's on top of your deck, but what your opponent's gonna draw up is pretty good. Not bad for a Majestic, 40 cents pretty much. We're shipping you're closer to 2 bucks, but 40 cents, slowly going to $1 for the non-foils. Rainbow foils $1, slowly going to 2 bucks. Wind Up the Crowd from Gem Pack 3. If you don't have this, I think it's about time to pick it up. Slowly going to $1 for the non-foils. Let's check out the rainbow foils. Rainbow foils, pretty much $1, $2. Not bad for basically a Tough Nut specialization. It is a blue 6 attack, so that can be very relevant. Buck Wild Ride, pretty much $1. Slowly heading over to $2 for the non-foil EA. Rainbow foils, let's see, 2 bucks, slowly heading over to 4, 5. Definitely a good pickup. I think brutes are just going to be playing this to guaranteed go again. It's not like a random, as long as you have an attack with 6 or more power in your pitch zone. Even though Wild Ride is pretty good, it is a no block. Buck Wild Ride, 2 block, 7 attack. It is a 2 card 7, but 2 card 7 go again can be really good. Definitely pick up your copies of Book Wild Ride. It is also just Sage legal, so rares can be played in Sage. Really good rare. Rockyard Rodeo, a generic, but it's a blue with a pretty high base attack if you're running it in the right decks, mostly brute decks. If you're running this and you have Rock or Hellhammer, pretty much a 6 attack. Brute players, make sure you have your Rockyard Rodeo, pretty much $4, and we're jumping over to 6 for the non-foils. Let's check out the rainbow foils. Rainbow foils, pretty much 8. And then we have a pretty big jump here, about 11, 13, yeah, kind of crazy. Rockyard Rodeo, even though it's a generic, it's low-key a brute card, but if you like your generics, just make sure you have your playset. Thick Hide Hunter, yellow, block 6, attack for 6. Non-foils are about $8-9. Standard art, 9 on the market, pretty much 70. Then we're jumping over to 84 and then pretty much 90. Yeah, just get your playset of the non-foils. If you want to bling it out, do your thing, but I'd rather just have my playset. Comeback Kicks, a compendium rare in cold foil. It's about $1, slowly going to $2. We only have 2 revered heroes right now, but this giving you an action point can be kind of relevant. The Tough Nut player was running this. I think he said that he runs this into Syndra. I think he said he's just trying to race Syndra, which kind of makes sense. As an Intellect 3 hero, don't think you can effectively block out Mask of Momentum. You probably can do it on certain turns, especially with your equipment, but if you just want to race her, Tough Nut can actually do some pretty solid numbers. His hero ability along with Rock is just 0 card 7 most of the time. If you have Tunic up, it's pretty much guaranteed. A rare from Compendium, definitely not a bad pickup if you want to play Tough Nut. Rock from Dynasty, 50 cents, couple of rainbow foils on the first page, 50 cents, pretty cheap. Gem Pack 3, $1, $2. I mean, if you want a different artwork, this is kind of like the Super Slam heavy hitter artwork. If you just want a Dynasty version, it's a lot cheaper. The Marvel, every time I see this, I just think it's so crazy. This was like such a bad Marvel, and now it's just 100 beans. I mean, 100, 110, 120, 130. Beautiful, beautiful Dynasty Marvels. Very unique in terms of Marvels, but 100 beans. Make your own choices, folks. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Not financial advice. Let me know in the comments, why does everybody think this is financial advice? Thank y'all for watching. Peace.